Hello, Rough Rider Nation, and welcome to the Rider Report, the ins and outs of Yavapai College athletics. I'm Brad Clifford. I'm the athletic director here at Yavapai College, and I'm joined today by Doug Eastman, our head softball coach. Doug, welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me.
All right, Doug's beginning his third season as the Rough Rider skipper. He has an impressive overall record of 86 wins and 45 losses, with an NJCA Region 1 title and a fourth place finish at the NJCA National Championship this past season. That's quite a resume for only 2 seasons here, Doug. And that's not even to mention the success that you've had at your prior school, College of the Siskiyous. Tell us about your prior years here before Yavapai.
Well, I was at the College of the Siskiyous in Northern California. We did have, the number 1 winning percentage in California history over an 8-year span. Real fortunate to have a career such as that. And then when we came here, we came to Yavapai, I kind of knew that it was a rebuilding process for a year. I thought we did that rather quickly, and in our second year, we were 4th in the nation and couldn't be more excited about where the program's heading.
All right, we're heading in the right direction for sure. Now, you played in the Cincinnati organization in baseball career. Tell us a little bit about that experience for you.
Well, I started my career actually at the College of the Siskiyous in a 2-year program, and that's why I'm such a believer with the junior college system. If I didn't go through that process, I wouldn't have obtained the lofty goals and the things that I was able to obtain. I went to Sacramento State from that, and then I got drafted to play with the Cincinnati Reds. I was lucky enough to be the MVP for the Cincinnati Reds organization my first year, so I got to have dinner with Pete Rose and kind of rub shoulders with all the Hall of Famers and with Tony Perez and some of Ted Williams and some of these characters like this, and I was fortunate to have great coaches all the way through. I think about Dennis DeRoss, which was just a fantastic coach, a motivator, inspired me to want to be a coach when I was in junior college. And John Smith at Sacramento State was a wonderful coach. And then all the coaches I had with the Cincinnati Reds organization, I've had a pretty blessed life.
So how you got into college softball coaching? How did that come about?
Well, I came back to my junior college school. They asked me to be the baseball coach. The baseball coach actually had 1 more year on his contract, and they said, "How about softball? You want to take the softball over?" And I said, "Man, I'm not sure about softball," but I did, and I took the program over, and boy, I had a passion for the sport right away. I mean, what a neat game! It's fast, and these young lady student athletes can do incredible things. I'm at awe every day when I see the athleticism and what they can do on the field. It's really exciting to watch.
That's fantastic. Well, let's talk about the season. It started for us already. We started out in Southern Nevada at the Southern Nevada Kickoff Classic. You guys went 4-1. Impressive. What were your thoughts coming back from that? What were your thoughts?
Well, you just want to start some kind of consistency. As you know, we haven't been outside. The weather's been really cool.
I think it was 10 days you guys hadn't been outside, something like that.
Yeah, we've been in the gym. We've been plugging along in there. We got a little snowstorm. The temperatures are 15, 16 degrees at night, and it doesn't want to go anywhere. But, we're a no-excuse program, and we got in the gym. We got our work done, and we went to Vegas and went 4-1. I mean, I think our defense, we just had a couple of breakdowns in a couple of games. But our offense has been pretty good. Our pitching's starting to get stronger as the season goes on. And, 4-1 there. And then, of course, winning our first 2 league games last night was a nice start.
Well, talking about last night, you score 18 runs. You pound out 21 hits, 3 of them home runs. Obviously, the offense is coming along. Your pitching's, you get a shutout in the first game. You only give up 3 in the second. What's your thoughts after last night's game?
Well, again, it was a great start. I think we're getting good at bats. I think we're swinging at strikes. We're laying off the pitches out of the zone. Our defense was fantastic. In fact, if I remember right, in both games, we did not have an error in 2 games. And if we do that, we're going to hit the ball good enough. We have strong enough pitching. If the defense is there and we don't give our opponent opportunities to score, they have to earn it, we're going to be pretty tough.
Okay, so let's talk about your pitching here. You got obviously the All-American returning with Amy Robinson, but you got a couple of decent, very good pitchers with Santana Parra and also Kiana Spencer. So I mean that's a 1-2-3 punch right there.
Well, Santana Parra, obviously from New Mexico, she was the Gatorade Player of the Year for that state. She comes in, she's got great stuff. She's not afraid to compete. We've made some adjustments with her to work a little bit faster in the game. It kind of engages the defense to play a little bit behind her. And I think it also rubs over on the offensive side. You got to create excitement in this game. And so we've quickened her pace a little bit, but she has 3 fantastic pitches she can go to. We all know about Amy. Amy's a fantastic pitcher. I think Amy's a little bit on the slow side right now. I think she's going to come through as the season goes, but she was a little bit like that last year. She started just a little bit slow, but we know what she's going to give us. She's a fantastic athlete and a great competitor. Yeah. And then Kiana Spencer. I mean, sure nice to have a lefty on the staff. Right. I mean, you have somebody that can come from the other side. She's got great movement, and she gets in there and throws the ball pretty hard. And so, yes, we have 3 different ways we can go, and we'll use all 3 of those this year.
All right. Now you return. Let's go down the line. You return Andrea at first base.
First base.
You return Shayna at shortstop. You return Carissa at third. Savannah at the catcher. Michaela out in the outfield. Mahina, who can play infield, outfield. I mean, that's a pretty balanced group coming back in connection with the freshmen you have coming in.
Well, absolutely. You always look at who you have coming back. What's your sophomore class? What kind of qualities do they have? Are they leaders? And these young ladies are leaders. And it's one thing having sophomores coming back, but are they going to play? And they're playing. You're going to find all 7 of those in the starting lineup. But our freshmen, I mean, I couldn't say more about our freshmen. Rios right now, Raylyn Rios out in the outfield. She's second in the nation in RBIs. She's hitting the ball out of the yard. J.D. Bursaw's coming on strong, young lady that can really swing it. But you got Calamaris, which is a fantastic player. We got Mercedes Rothwell that plays second base. We have a great nucleus of freshmen and sophomores, and the best thing of all, they get along great. We got really great team unity this year, so I'm impressed.
Well, and that's key, obviously, in all teams is to have that kind of team unity. Yeah, it's fun to watch your freshmen kind of fit in because you got a pretty good group of sophomores, and the freshmen almost have to catch up. But sometimes the sophomores have to catch up because the freshmen are playing so well right now.
They're being pushed, and that's the beautiful thing about keep bringing in great talent because these freshmen have played at a high level in high school. They have a lot of accolades coming in too, so they're not afraid to compete. So the toughest job is for Coach Stalter and myself to decide who's going to be in the lineup on a given day, and hopefully we push the right buttons. I'm sure we won't some days, but Shayna Ige, here's a great story of a young lady coming back her second year, and she's playing with confidence, and she's down at the bottom of that order, and I always stress how important it is for the bottom to keep the momentum going until we turn it over to the top of the lineup, and she's playing fantastic this year at the shortstop position.
Well, I'm impressed with her bat. I remember at the end of last season we were a little concerned about her bat, and she tried to turn around and be a slap hitter, but she's come in with the confidence at the plate that I don't think we ever saw last year, and now she's smacking the ball around a little bit.
Well, and you said it, Brad. You were a coach, you were an athlete. You know how important it is to have belief in yourself, and she's going up there believing that she's going to get a hit now, and that's everything with her. We already knew she was a great athlete. She had all the attributes to be a great player, but quite frankly, she believes in herself, and she's going to do some damage down there. Yeah.
No, it's going to be fun to watch her.
Absolutely.
All right, let's talk about the conference. This is a tough region to come out of. You got Eastern Arizona. We saw them play a little bit in Southern Nevada. You got Central Arizona. They were out there in Southern Nevada. Arizona Western was out there in Southern Nevada. Central Arizona. I mean, we got to see them play. This is a tough conference, not to mention Phoenix College, who's ranked number 2 in the country, Division II. So what do we expect? What are we going to expect here with this race hopefully going back to the national tournament?
Yeah, when I talk to my team about what to expect with these programs coming forth and in our schedule, I think we can be our own worst enemy. If we play well, we take care of the softball, we pitch well, I think we can play against anybody. If we don't, if we come up short or a little bit weak in certain areas, we'll get beat. So it's all about, yes, they're great programs, but I've always in my coaching career reflected on what we do. I worry about what we do.
Right.
And if we play well, we'll be just fine.
Right.
But you're absolutely right. There's no easy games.
No.
And you don't go into this conference not prepared because you'll pay for it.
Right.
And top to bottom, we haven't had a chance to see a lot of the Division I programs play because we played at the same time when we were in Vegas. But we know that Eastern and Western and Pima, all these programs in Central and Phoenix, they're going to be good every year. That's just the way it goes. And then we got some upstart programs in Mesa and Scottsdale that has really strengthened their program. So we have our hands full, but wouldn't have it any other way.
No, you don't want to have Patsy's trying to go into a region tournament or anything like
You're
that.
just not prepared for
prepared.
postseason unless you bang heads a couple of times, and we'll have defeat, and we'll have to bounce back from it, and that's part of a long season.
And I think that's a good part about going out to Southern Nevada because you get to play different competition, different Division I teams, and prepare yourself for our conference because it is such a tough conference.
Yeah, I think it did help a lot. A little on the cold side, we'd like
chilly.
We've thought out. We were talking about the pitchers and how they didn't get strike one and all this kind of stuff. But then we got to thinking, 32 and windy probably didn't help. So beautiful last night, by the way, Brad. We're down there, 74 degrees, grass was green. So I think they got excited a little bit about the temperature in the game again. So that was fun.
Fall in love with the game again.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so Rough Riders continue conference play on Saturday at Phoenix College. Big early season test for us, I guess, down at their place. Then we come back next Tuesday and we host Paradise Valley Community College, and we are anticipating that the field's going to be ready to play, and we'll get the snow off there. So we're looking forward to that. We are going to come out to Yavapai College, come out to Bill Valley Field next Tuesday. Follow us on GoRoughRiders.com. We will be streaming games, so look for that information on Facebook, on Twitter. I think Phoenix College will be streaming that game this coming Saturday, so look for that. We want to see you out at Yavapai College softball athletics for sure, softball games for sure. Nothing else to be said other than go Rough Riders.
Till next time.